Hey Deckers, today I get an early access look at Capes, and a huge thanks to Renaissance PR for giving me early access to this one. This one actually isn't out until the 29th of May, however it has got verified on the Steam Deck ahead of release, and I can definitely vouch for that. Now I also have a giveaway key for this, so keep your eye out for bits of that code and more about how to use it when we get to the end. First off, this is running incredibly well on the deck. However, we do still need to make a few tweaks, because if I unlock the FPS and dial this up to the max, even with 90% resolution, if we turn on screen space global illumination, we take a massive hit to the performance here. Even in basic gameplay, we stick around the 40 to 50 frames per second mark just by turning on that setting. Now in a lot of the cutscenes it does stick around 60 anyway, so not a major issue, and if you want just the best graphics that you can get and you don't worry about the frame rate because it's not a hugely intensive fast motion game, then you can max this out and get around 40 frames per second fairly solidly. So either cap it at 30 or 40 and you will stick around that 22 watt range on the OLED deck, getting you a good 3 to 4 hours battery life overall. However, I do recommend that we tweak this down a little bit so that we do get that more stability. And although this doesn't give a perfect 60, it gives it much more of the time. So if we lock this to 60 frames per second in the display settings, and then under graphics, keep this at high resolution at 90%, but turn off that screen space global illumination, we don't notice a huge amount of difference in the actual overall quality, but now we do sit at that 50 to 60 frames per second mark much more often. Although it does still dip into the 40s occasionally during some of the big moves, it really isn't that noticeable, but we do still sit around that 22 watt mark. If you don't care so much about all the frames per second and getting the absolute most out of this, then capping this at 30 or 40 on the deck will definitely extend that battery life, and you're probably not going to notice the difference that much. However, I do like the visuals in this game, so I will be recommending that you keep this at the high graphic settings, and hopefully you've spotted where those codes have been appearing during this video. And if you do want to use them, the actual order of them is 2, 1, 3. So make sure you replace those pieces in that order with a hyphen in between each section, and you'll be able to pick up that free code. Let us know in the comments below if you've managed to pick it up, as there was only one, so save other people trying. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
I could do this all day. How do you like it, huh? Not so fun when your opponents fight back, huh? All right, we're gonna have company anytime now. Company.
We better jet.